Hello everyone and welcome to a Google Slides tutorial. So first thing first, for my Prince George's County Public Schools users or anyone that uses Gmail, to get to the Google Slides app, you'll go to your inbox and go up here to the 3x3 array, or some people call it the waffle. It's in the top right hand corner of the screen. You click on it and Google Slides should show up. It is the yellow icon that says Slides. And you'll go ahead and click on that and Google Slides will open. And you can either choose from a template at the top or create a new one. And any of your Google Slides that you've worked on will save on the Google Slides homepage, as well as into your Google Drive. So I'll go ahead and create a blank Google Slide. You'll click the plus sign, give it a minute to open. And always when you first start your presentation, you should go in the upper left-hand corner where it says Untitled Presentation. You should click on it and give it a name so you can find your presentation later. So I'm just going to call mine Sample Presentation. And then that way your presentation has a name. The next thing I like to do is pick a theme. There is a way to get themes if you don't like these, but that can be talked about another day or individually if you need if you have some questions. I generally just pick one of the options, one of the themes that is on here. We'll go with this blue and gold one for now, and it will once you choose your theme, it will change for all the slides that you have. So I'm going to go ahead and click out of the themes box, but this should pop up as soon as you even open Slides. So I'm going to go ahead and close it. But if you want to change your theme, you can see there is a theme tab here that you can open it back up anytime and change it. So I'm going to go ahead and discuss some of the features, like how to add new slides, how to insert videos and pictures and things like that that you want in your Google Slide presentation. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is adding new slides. So you have this lovely bar up here, which looks very similar to Google Docs. If you've used Google Docs, it is like the same menu, except some of them are a little different. Like they don't have slides in Google Docs. So we're going to go ahead and click on the slide tab, and it's going to open up a menu. New slide, you're going to need that one. You can either use Control M or click up here and click new slide to add new slides to your document. When you add a new slide, it will add whatever the previous slide was. So for this one, it's a title slide. So when I add a new one, it will just add another title with box slide. If you don't want that layout, you can go up here to layout, and there are, blank, you can do main point, section title, title only, you can have more columns, you can have another title slide, you can pick a whole bunch of different layouts. So you can always change the layout to whatever it is that you want when you want your new slide. There is another way to add a new slide. It's this plus over here. Anytime you see the plus icon somewhere, you're generally adding something. That is like a signature Google thing, is the plus sign. So you can either just hit the plus and it will add a new slide, or you can hit the drop down menu and choose which layout you want. So again, 3 ways to add a new slide. Use the plus button, go to the slide tab, or use Control M on your keyboard, and that you will get a new slide. Sometimes when I am making a presentation, I like to duplicate my slides so that I don't have to keep changing the font or anything like that. Like if I've got headers that I really like and I've already fixed them away, I like to just duplicate the slide. So if I like this and I'm like, oh, my font is really great, my size is really great, I don't want to have to keep doing this every time I want to add a new slide, I'll just duplicate the slide and it will literally give you the same thing, and then you can just change the text if you wanted. So that's pretty easy. You can delete slides. You can either delete a slide by going to slide and then delete slide, or you can click on the slide that on the left bar menu, any slide you want deleted, and then just hit the delete button on your keyboard and it will get rid of the slide. So you can either do slide and then delete, or you can just highlight the slide you want deleted on the left menu and then hit delete on your keyboard. Then we can move slides up and down, or you can drag them. The best part about Google and the Google apps is this drag feature. So say you want this slide all the way at the bottom, you just drag it and it goes all the way to the bottom on your left menu. Or you can go to slide and move the slide up. You have to highlight the one you want moved and it will move it up. But you can move it back to the beginning, move it to the end, wherever you want to move it to. When I use Google Slides in my classroom with my students, they tend to not like to have a boring theme. If we're doing a project on like animals or habitats or something like that, they often like to just change the background and actually add an image. So and when you want to add an image, you can either upload one you have. My kids, they like to just search for an image, which allows you to just search on Google for an image. But if you have your own image or you have a URL for an image, you can click on any of those things. So basically, I had a student do a project on sharks, and he found some scary looking picture of a shark, and he clicked on it, he could select, and now his background is a shark. And so you can, instead of having a theme, you can just change the background on your presentation. You don't have to choose a theme. My students really like to do this, but the only problem with that is you have to be careful what you're picking, because then you have to be able to find a color of text that will work well with that background. So that's kind of a fun thing to be able to do. You can also change the background by clicking this background tab. It'll give you the same box will pop up. You can either just change the color of the background, or you can again choose a photo or something like that. You can also add it to the theme if you want. I tend to just add a background picture if I want a background picture, but not added to the theme. So I'm just gonna leave it on this blue color, even though that's not the right blue color, but that's okay. So that is how you can do that. Again, you can change the layout by going to slide, apply layout. Or you can go up here into this bar and click layout, and it will give you the same menu. If you want to change the transition of your slides, you can click change transition. The first thing you'll do is change the slide transition. Like when you're in presentation mode, this is how your slides are going to change to the next slide. So we'll say we want it to dissolve. And you can either just dissolve the first one, and if you go over here and see this little 3-ring icon over here, that means there's an animation added to that slide only. Now, you can apply it to all the slides if you want, and now they all have the animation feature over here. Or you can change the animation for every slide that you want. You can change if you want it to go medium, and all that kind of stuff. And then you can sample play it. So I'll sample play it really quick for you. It won't go into actual presentation mode, but you can see that it does this dissolve thing, if you see that. So you can do that. Where it says add animation, that's how you want your titles and stuff to come in. So here I have my title slide. I'll see how my blue box is highlighted around my title slide. Then I can click add animation, and that's how my title slide is going to come in to my presentation when I'm in presentation mode. So if I want it to fly in from the bottom, I can do that. You can either do it on click, after previous, or with the previous. So maybe I'll do after previous. I can change the speed, and then I can, again, sample it and do the presentation, the mini presentation, and then there it goes. It's coming in from the bottom. That works with pictures, videos, text boxes, anything that you want to add animations to, and you can see again on this left-hand side that all my slides now have an animation. Again, you can change the theme down here, but you can also change the theme on the actual homepage right here, theme. The other parts that I like is you can format. So if you click on this text box and you want a border or something around it, you can add a border color. You can add the border weight, like make the thickness of the border different. Do a different type of border. You can do dashed lines, do little decorations if you want. I usually just change the weight to make it a little bit thicker so it like appears better, but yeah, I like to do that. The only other thing that I'm gonna show you guys how to do is to add some images and videos and things like that, because those are really the most important things to know how to do, how to add your text boxes, how to add your pictures, how to add your videos, because that's the stuff that you guys are going to do most frequently. And so up here in this tab menu, we'll go to Insert, and Insert has a whole bunch of things that you can add to your presentation. The first one is Image, and you can get your images from a bunch of different places. You can upload something that's already on your computer, like if you have like a photo folder or something, you can upload them from a computer. You'll click Upload from Computer. It'll open up your menu on what you want to add, and then you'll just click it, and you can add it to your, like, see if I want to add this screenshot that I took, I'll click it, and then I'll hit Open, and it will add it to my my presentation. And then I can drag it where I want it. I can change the size of it, and all that kind of stuff. You can also format that, and whoops, wrong button. Format it and add a border if you wanted, and do that stuff. Then you can add in your text boxes. This is how you add type. And then you can do change the color of your text. You can add a link. You can center it if you want. You can do bullets and spacing. All of this you should be familiar if you've used Google Docs or any other really Google app, because it's all the same features on here. You can change the font, all that kind of stuff. So again, that's how you do that. Then inserting videos. It works with YouTube best. So you can either search YouTube, like adding fractions. I teach math a lot, and adding fractions is something that we use. So you can go, oh, I like this 9-minute video, I'm going to add fractions, and then there you can add it. You can also, you can, you can play the video from here. You just, when you're in presentation mode or when you're regular, you can just click on it and it will allow you to play the video. You can also drag the video where you want it to go as well. Whoops, I keep playing it. There we go. There are other things like adding table. If you wanted to add a table, that's something that I've done in Google Docs a lot. Oops, sorry, too many boxes. But you can add a table. You can see this one is 3x3 or 3x2. But those are some of the main features. You can also add the text box on the videos here as well. But those are some of the major features of Google Slides. Thank you for watching.